paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderers, scum. They're on giant death factories, keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy weird sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy weird woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Literal vampire pot belly goblins are hobbling round coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap. We don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions upon it, people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. We're gonna stab your daughter at the mall. We're gonna stab your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet.
I'm sweating like a country pig. I'm gunning beers and taking swigs of ice cold Jack. We're at the track, it's racing day, we're getting smacked. I never really understood this NASCAR shit. I thought, how could I be impressed when cars go left? But then I went and baby, it's the best. The ladies here are fine as spring. They'll hop to a ride on that thing. There's beer and whiskey everywhere. There's smoke and rubber in the air. I'm gunning beers, I'm shooting Jack. We're here all day, 500 laps. And when they start them engines up, man, my heart it starts to pump. Cause Lord, them cars go round and round on hot like asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. The beer and rubber, perfect mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their country tits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit. It's not loud, we're in the crowd. We're watching cars go round and round. We're in the South, the USA. We fly that flag each goddamn day. And when it's time to watch a race, we crack a beer right on our face. We watch them cars go fast and left. This NASCAR shit's the fucking best. Cause Lord, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. I'm drunk as shit, I love this mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their country tits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit. Oh, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. A dirty song of country mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their country tits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit.
Persons under 18 will not be admitted.
Like the goofy ass show
in a world
45 away,
just
halfway to snooze.
Meet Ryan Wheeler,
Oh my
the
God.
would-be champ who seems to have run his last lap. But when a mysterious figure offers Ryan a dark bargain, promising the throne of speed, he strikes a deal with the devil that will make him ride and die. From ball-busting YouTube sensation and Arkham Menard's NASCAR breakout racer Cody Dennison comes his first kick-ass comic creation. This won't be your average ride. It's a tale drenched in bone-chilling horror, soaked in violence, and wrapped around the curves of both the track and the sexiest women that'll make you forget the road ahead. Experience the race of a lifetime, or the damnation of your very soul. Will Ryan outrun his demons, or will he burn in the fiery pits of hell? Don't miss out. Get Cody across the finish line. Back Ride and Die on Indiegogo.
I have read a lot of books, and I think I'm a smart man here. However, there is one book I'm really excited about. It's one coming out soon, and it will blow you all away. The book is called Ride and Die. It's about some race car driver and some big titty demons. My good friend Cody Ake Camelot 331 wrote it, and it is amazing. You should all go back it on Indiegogo, just like I have.
Hey, you. You're finally woke.
Are you guys aware that we almost see no titties in movies anymore? And we only see titties. Has anybody noticed this? Yes, I love titties. Big old titties.
Howdy. I hope my mic works. I have not been up in this studio in like a week, and I had to rehook some shit up because I realized that my new studio, I had to borrow some stuff for a second, and I had to go get it. So I was very, very late, but I got everything good to go. And today I want to talk about something that's very personal to me. And I want to preface this with, it's something that everybody goes through over here, but no one really talks about in a capacity where you perspective take on all sides of everything. And that's what we're going to do today, because some crazy shit's happened in the last couple of days, and I think we need to cover it because, yeah, it's pretty gross shit. It's pretty gross shit. So, at any rate, welcome to the show. It's a Wednesday, because Monday I was dead to the world. I was building my new studio, and I finally got everything squared away, and then I started playing Elden Ring, and I was like, I can't fucking do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I needed a lot of stuff. Like, there was 3 chords I was missing, but I made it work, and I was doing a lot of stuff to get everything squared away. But now it's squared away, so I'm good to go to start streaming. I'm going to be streaming video games in the new studio on YouTube and Twitch, on my alt channel, and I'll be doing my main content for like the normal channel up here in my other studio. So make sure you keep it live. The reason I did this is because I never play guitar ever. I had to grab a guitar from my music studio and take it to this studio just so I could play every once in a while without an amp. And I'm like, you know what? You know, Alexander PC sent me a new PC. I'm going to build a studio in my music studio so I can jam with guitar and shit. So it's going to be cool. Anyways, we got a lot to talk about. But first, we have to talk about the elephant in the room. And that's the damn giant red boys that have joined the party, getting us 50 from Naked Snake before we even started. Before we even started, man. Undamn believable. I appreciate you guys so much for all your love and support. Here we go. Billy Hatcher. Hot diggity damn. Says, did you see the shit show of the Pirate Software opinion of stop killing games on Twitter? Deleted his first tweet and then redid a new one, making himself look even dumber now because his dumbass. It's got 500K signatures. I hope this movement passes into law. I have not seen anything about that because I haven't seen anything about anything, man. I have not been following internet anything lately because I've been just trying to transition over to a new like studio and stuff. So I've been paying attention a lot, but I got most things squared away so I can kind of pay attention. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you. We have to read off a bunch of them because there's a bunch of Billy Red Boys, by the way. There's another Billy Red Boy. He also managed to get an entire community to turn against his dumbass over his opinion. And everybody was ripping him apart on Twitter for the last few days. It was glorious. Well, here's the thing, Billy, and this is kind of going to tie into what we're talking about today, but the thing is, man, you have mainstream creators, right? You have mainstream creators that rise to fame, right? And then they have like the dumbest bullshit drama in the world, and everybody's mad at them. For example, Mudahar talked about boycotting the Switch 2, and then he buys one, and it's like viral. Everybody wants him dead over this, and I'm like, who gives a fuck? It's a Switch 2. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? It's not like he freaking was DMing a 14-year-old girl or something. And but that's what people treat it like. They treat it like the same severity, and it's the craziest shit to me. Right? And that's the thing. That's the thing with internet shit, man. Internet shit's wild. Wild. Right? Anyways, we're going to talk about a lot of that. We got a lot to talk about today, so you'll understand what I'm getting at. But Billy, with another $100 super chat. Last Red Boy for the night. From you, maybe. But we're only 50 from Naked Snake, and it feels kind of like a Fight Milk Wednesday. I don't know about you, but it kind of feels like that. Stink Bug. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you, Gabriel. Let's get the Rainbow Knot. We still lack an orange and a pink boy. I appreciate you, Gabriel. Rage says, for the snake. Oh, my God. Rage. LB. Even Rage is up in this bitch. By the way, I see you, Billy. Max Son joining the party. That's 4 Red Boys, by the way. Hot diggity damn. Hot diggity damn, son. Maxon. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. I took 2 days off, man. I promise you, this is very nice to see you. I love you. I appreciate you. I appreciate the grift. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. Maxon and Billy Hatcher, the Red Boys superstars today. Appreciate you. Molly says my contribution to the snack. Cammy rules over the United States of Bama. Thank you, my friend. I love you. Motherfucking Doom. With a gold boy, a 1961 gold boy. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. I saw you saying something about radio frequencies for racing. I have no idea, man. I have no idea. I literally climb in the car with my helmet on, and then my crew plugs my radio up, and then it goes boop, 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 and that's it. That's like the last time I touch it, other than volume, because the volume knob's like right there, and I just go beep, beep, beep. That's it. That's all I know. So, but I'm sure I can figure it out. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. Gabriel Knight says, what are your top 3 Star Wars games ever? I've been playing some older ones. Rogue Squadron 2 for GameCube was fire. Shadows of the Empire, Jedi Academy, and Jedi Outcast. There you go. Appreciate you, Gabriel Knight. All right. CCPP. What's that, dude? All right. We got caught up with the 4 beautiful red boys today. I love you. All right. So we got a lot to talk about, actually. I have 4 things pulled up here, but we're going to talk about the first things first. And I don't usually talk about this kind of stuff because I'm not interested in it. But it affects everybody. But it affects people differently. Okay? And people will try to avoid accountability. They'll gaslight you into it being not real, right? Oh, you don't. It's actually not real. What you're saying is not real. It doesn't happen. It's all fake. It's all fun and games. You're just a pleb. You're just a victim. You're acting like a victim. Well, here, let me lay it out to you so you can understand what I'm saying. Whilst Billy interrupts with a pink boy. Now we are an orange boy away, and we're at Naked Snake. Oh my God. Billy Hatcher. Hot diggity damn, son. My boy. Thank you, dude. Billy Hatcher is just embarrassing the whole chat today with his autistic super chats. Love you, dude. I'm allowed to say it, okay? I play video games with him on Discord, so I can make fun of him. This is how this works, right? Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you, baby. 3 reds, a pink. Hell yeah. Thank you. Motherfucking dude. A full 30, he says. Hell yeah. Please keep me appraised if you're informed later. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Dude, DM me. I'll try to figure it out for you. I promise. I just don't know nothing. It's so simple, man, for me. I just climb in and hubba-dubba, turn the bitch on, hubba-da, put it to the floor. It's very redneck. Thank you, motherfucking dude. Oh, my man. Smoking Loon. What's up, dude? Hey, thank you, baby. Thank you. We might actually hit Fight Milk tonight. All right. So at any rate, let me pull this up real quick. And then we're gonna start rolling, boys. We're gonna start rolling. What's up, Rakin? Oh no, don't do that. Don't sing. What am I doing? I'm losing my train of thought. All right. So first things first, here we go. I'm gonna lay it out for you because I'm gonna give you my perspective and how I deal with things. And then I'm gonna give you the alternate perspective. And then the perspective of the people doing things that are nefarious. Okay. So I don't know about you, but being a content creator on any platform, it does not matter what platform you're on. If you get any following at all, I mean more than 1,000 subscribers, you're going to start getting people that are angry that you exist. When I first started, I had people that hated me for my accent. And then they went to my accent's fake. And then they went to I'm a liar about my accent. And people hated me over this, so much so that I got swatted over it. Keep in mind, I didn't even do anything. Now, by the way, at this point, I'd already hit 100K subscribers. So it went pretty quick. It was like a 6-month period from when I started to when I hit 100K subscribers. So that stuff ramped up really, really fast. But being in retail for 13 years, GameStop for 11 and Walmart for 2, you deal with angry people all day, every day. So I was already trained up to understand how to deal with things like this. And I just don't worry about it because I don't really care. And that's a very hard tactic for a lot of people to take that aren't used to these things. They want to defend themselves viscerally and prove to everyone that they're a good person. The only issue is you can't actually do this with people that hate you because they do not care. It does not matter if you show them a document completely refuting whatever claims they have. They will say it's fake and you deserve to die as a result. That's why you can't really argue. And to be fair, in my opinion, they're your biggest fans and they're kind of necessary. It's like a necessary evil. But that being said, a lot of creators absolutely can't handle this. And I'm not saying it's their fault at all. I'm saying they're dealing with it in a different way. And it starts to eat at them at their very core. So much so that when they start giving attention to these people, which is what they're looking for, like I said before, they're your biggest fans. So when you give them attention, they just want more. It's ravenous. So much so that they'll do anything possible to get that next hit. And I'll describe what I mean here shortly. But there will be Reddit threads and other forums that will start to garner this interest at, for lack of a better phrase, destroying your life as a creator. And as a content creator, you're more obtainable for that attention than, say, a celebrity would be, which is what people used to do in the past. I don't know if you've ever read the book Fan, but I was forced to. And that's kind of the deal. So it's like stalker behavior. And a lot of people can't deal with this. And women, to be fair, have it a lot worse. So that being said, creators will do pretty outrageous things as a result to mental suffering from this constant barrage of lies, hate, trolling that they just can't shut off. And you've probably seen creators in the past that you like responding to just no-name accounts trying to defend themselves. And it just doesn't do anything. It doesn't get you anywhere because those people hate you. And that's just how this works. But a few days ago, there's a creator named Mikayla Raines. And Mikayla Raines actually took her own life. She had a project where she would save animals, and it was called, I think, Save a Fox, right? And I called it a Fox Girl because that was how I easily remembered stuff. But she was on the receiving end of this kind of thing often. And she actually took her own life a few days ago as a result from harassment, from these haters, from trolls. And I said on Twitter, it's a brutal reality. The haters want you dead. They claim otherwise, but that's their end goal. Their intense envy does not stop. They will say you deserve it. All haters feel this way. And that's true. They do want you dead. And what do I mean by that? Not literally. A lot of them do literally want you dead. But I think the vast majority of them want to see you suffer as a form of entertainment for themselves, which I can understand. If you're watching like a movie or a TV show that's not real, there's characters that you dislike, you want to see them go through some shit, and they do, and you're like, hell yeah, that's satisfying, right? Well, I think people have kind of melded the two things, and they find content creators who are real people, and they want them to go through the same thing. So it's no different in their eyes because it's entertainment. But from our perspective, it's just our real lives that people want to destroy. And like myself, I've always ignored this kind of thing. If you follow me on Twitter or any other platform, you'll always see about 5 to 10 replies under every post that I have of people wanting me dead, calling me a fraud, calling me stupid, calling me gay, all the things. You know, they hate me because I exist. And that's fine. You know, like I said, it's kind of a necessary evil. But a lot of these creators, it actually negatively affects them. And it can have an end result like this right here. And that's kind of what I want to talk about today. Now, look, freedom of speech is a thing. And I don't necessarily think that this needs to be policed unless there's nefarious actions being involved. So, like, if you follow any of these Reddit threads or whatnot that are completely not monitored, apparently, there will be actual conversations and schemes being thought up by the people in these threads to contact family members and local fire departments and local police to try to get these people in trouble, or worse, get them in a precarious situation where they find themselves at the end of a gun. And that's called swatting. So if you follow me for a long time, I used to get swatted way more often than the guy that used to swat me all the time. It was one guy. All it takes is one, by the way. You'll notice that the normal person that you would refer to as a hater is like, I would never do anything crazy. I just like to laugh at you. Well, yeah, that's your perspective. But there are people out there that are not like that. They suffer from a mental illness, and they take what should be funny rhetoric to the next step, and they think the ultimate joke is getting you killed. That's the climax joke, getting you off, right? That's kind of how that works. All it takes is one or two people. That's it. The guy that used to get me swatted, he actually eventually got arrested for it, which was very, very satisfying to see. And then I got swatted twice after that over the last 2 years. Now, when this happens, when you get swatted as a creator, it does not matter how you present that. If you even mention that you got swatted on stream or in a video, the same people, the haters, and maybe the one that's responsible, will say you're lying. Even if you have video evidence of the swatting, they'll say you paid police to show up or something. Like, no shit, that's what they do, right? And again, it goes back to the entertainment aspect of it. It's all entertainment, right? So you have to say whatever goes in the face of whatever you're trying to claim, right? Or whatever the creator is trying to claim. So this creator, Mikayla Raines, took her own life as a result because people deal with these things differently, right? And what I would like to see is the people that do these things, for one, probably garner an actual interest or a hobby. Because if you're passionate enough to put a lot of time into a random thread to try to destroy somebody, you probably could do some pretty great things in your own personal life. You know, I've always wondered, like, trolls and haters, especially the passionate ones that you'll see for years saying the same copy and paste shit on everything you post. I'm like, man, if you put that actual passion into anything else, you'd probably have something pretty sustainable for yourself. But they're like, no, I have to go after a random creator. And that's well within their right. But I think what I would like to see is these people that do this for fun to take a step back, and when they see things, you know, where there's obviously someone in their thread being like, I can't wait for somebody to gouge their eyes out and watch them suffer and bleed out on the side of the road. Because you'll see that. I've actually seen this on a thread before 3 days ago about another creator. Somebody on this thread was quite literally descriptively talking about how they wanted to see this person die and how they couldn't wait. And you could tell the other people in the thread wasn't super on board, but they were responding to it and saying, yeah, agreed, right? So what I would like to see happen is, if you're in one of these groups that like to attack creators because you think it's fun, when you see stuff like that, maybe call it out. Be like, all right, calm down. All right, calm down. Because the real reason people are there is because they want to see this creator go through some shit. And if the creator's dead, you can't do that anymore. You're losing your fun, your fun outlet. You know what I'm saying? So, and I saw that 3 days ago from another creator. Like the most vicious shit I've ever read about watching somebody, the light leave their eyes and they couldn't wait to see them bleeding out. I'm like, what is this? How are you this passionate about a random person that you don't even know or have ever met or who have no influence on you at all? Like, individualistically. It's crazy to me. But hey, man, I understand the entertainment aspect, which is what it's all boiling down to. But this creator took her own life. And when I see things like this, it just pisses me off, because this didn't need to happen. And you know it's because somebody took it too far, right? One or two people in these threads that go after people that haven't done anything wrong in the grand scheme of things, that one or two people will take it too far and start contacting their family. Right? I've had that the same guy that got arrested used to contact my family and imply that I was trying to talk to their underage daughter. Keep in mind, it was not a woman. It was not a real profile. None of it was real. It was quite literally just to try to get my family angry at me. That was it. That was the only goal, was to try to cause strife, just for the whole reason of having strife that they can watch through a camera, right? They can influence something to happen so they can watch it. You know what I'm saying? And of course, after I posted this tweet talking about this, of course, all the muted people show up to tell me that, oh, well, yeah, this is wrong, and you're right that this is wrong, but you deserve it because you're bad, right? Those people will always show up. It's the same people, right? They'll say, oh, yeah, you're right. She didn't deserve that to happen, but you do, because you, A, fake accent, B, bad race car driver, C, I hate you, D, you're friends with another creator that I hate, therefore I hate you and hope you die. Or E, something that you made up off the top of your head that isn't real, right? And these people will show up in every single thread. And I knew they would, so I took a screenshot immediately because I saw it coming. I knew they were going to show up because they're predictable. They're the people that are always going to be here. But let me point out a tweet that I thought was very, very interesting. And it's in this thread. And keep in mind, there's people in this thread that are like defending this. And look, I have to preface this with something. Okay. This girl shouldn't have taken her life. It's a terrible situation. It's a really sad situation, right? And sometimes people are going through some shit. We've all been there. But that wasn't, there's a lot of people that love this lady, and that should never be an option for people. And I know stuff gets bad, but some people are going through a lot deeper stuff in the mind, and it just pushes them to the point. And a lot of people don't consider that on the internet when they just are hating on people for fun, right? Which, again, that kind of thing is okay, but a lot of people take it to the next level, and that's where it gets really, really nefarious, right? And I also have to say that, look, bullying is going to happen on the internet no matter who you are. Like I said at the beginning, if you are a creator with any following at all, you're going to have people in your chat wanting you dead and saying some crazy shit, right? And you got to learn how to deal with that day one, or you're going to constantly be in a state of anxiety. You have to learn how to deal with it. Like when I started racing in NASCAR or anything leading up to NASCAR, I always set my team down, or my team owners, and I say, hey, before we sign this contract, I have to let you know there are a couple people on the internet. There's a lot, but there's a couple, like 2 or 3 or 4, that hate me a little bit more than normal. And they will be emailing you saying some crazy shit, just making up the craziest shit possible. They're going to do it. So be ready for that, because it's going to happen. And they're always like, yeah, okay, totally. And it does happen. It does happen. They'll always tell me, yeah, we got another email, and it's this thing and this thing and this thing and this thing. So it's always the craziest shit you'll ever hear. If I could show some of the emails that they've sent me in the past, like at the last year, there were some crazy ones. Some absolutely, literally, none of it was real. It was the insane stuff, like I beat my ex-wife and all this crazy shit that they just made up and are trying to get me in trouble with whoever I'm working with. So they can watch it on the camera, or they can watch it on Twitter, because it's entertainment. And they're trying to force the entertainment, right? So that's how I understand it anyway. But that being said, there is a very interesting post that I want to show you guys, so you guys can understand what's going on. Let me hit these super chats because there's about 1 billion of them. And Gamestop, Maxon, what's up, dude? Maxon, my boy. We have a rainbow night, by the way, boys. Oh my god! And we are 420 nights until Fight Milk. Oh my gosh, it may happen. It may happen to Fox Girl Loish on Rumble. It's sad, man. It's sad. All right. Thank you, Maxon. I appreciate you. I love you, dude. Richard says, stuck in the airport for 6 hours to see Cody lying about his accent. You son of a... His real accent's from India. Oh, my God. Opinionated news guy says, I argue with the internet, say asshole, but as an anonymous person, there's a line I will not cross. The pleasure that some take from evil responses need to be in prison with Bubba. Until we do that, it won't get better. Yeah. So the best way I think we could kind of combat this, because people need to be brought back to reality, right? Opinionated news guy. Because I understand, with the exception of people with intense autism, I understand what they're trying to do. It's like a movie. It's like a TV show or a football game. It's all entertainment, right? Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing it. It's entertainment. But there's a small subset of people, like I said, that were the exception, that go the extra mile because they don't understand that it's entertainment. They actually, they're not socially prepped to deal with what's going on. So they take it even a step further for affirmation from their friends in the threads or on Reddit, right? And it gets really, really dangerous. And what I would like to see is Any forum that has active death threats or wishing of harm on a regular basis, I think those should be completely pulled. I think those websites should be nuked from orbit, because that's the breeding ground for stuff like that to happen. I've had people show up at my house and bang on the door. I don't know where they came from. I don't know how far of a drive they took, but they found my old address and was banging on my door. Why? I don't know, but they were obviously extremely mentally incapacitated. But they thought that they were playing into the joke, and the end goal for the joke is for me to die. The ultimate joke. The ultimate punchline. No, so that's the point, right? And I think the same thing with Reddit. If there's Reddit threads where people are conspiring to like contact people's families and businesses and stuff with completely fake like allegations and whatnot, those websites should be nuked from orbit. Right? Look, you're well within your right to talk about somebody you don't like. Oh, I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy. I don't like, but you know, that's completely fine. Or tell them that you don't like them. Completely fine. But when you start making moves on a chessboard that looks like the end result is stalking, harassment, or injury, assault, or death, that's where we need to put a stop to shit like that. You're not covered under freedom of speech when it starts getting into the area of assault or bodily harm or calling on other people to do so, right? Because these threads will always be like, oh, I wish somebody would just go and just take this guy out right now and just gouge his eyes out. What they're hoping is somebody on the thread reads that is in a position where either A, they have nothing to lose and they're suffering from mental issues, or B, they're suffering from mental issues and they're looking for affirmation on this thread, right? Because people look to fit in weird ass ways. So thank you, opinionated news guy. But at any rate, there's also people calling this girl weak and pathetic for going this route, and I think that's also gross. Look, dude, just because you haven't been in this position doesn't mean that she deserves to be treated in that way after the fact. It takes a lot to go down this path. And although I don't agree anybody should have to resort to that at all, you know, shit happens. And I don't think people deserve to be dragged as a result, right? But anyways, let me show you this post before we continue. So here's the Gaslight post. This person says, nobody wants you dead. Keep in mind, this is somebody that hates me. And they're going to attempt to gaslight me into saying that nobody has ever wanted me to experience any harm at all, actually. It's all just for fun, right? Which I would love to agree with. It says, nobody wants you dead. People like laughing at you crashing out in NASCAR. Too much to want you dead. Keep in mind, people wishing for me to wreck at 190 miles an hour. Not on a video game, by the way, in real life. That's wishing bodily harm on me. That's why I've never understood, even as a teenager, I've never, ever, ever understood how you can wish for people to wreck and get hurt. Even when I was 13, I thought that was gross. How do full-grown adults feel this way? It's freaking insane to me. You're also not popular because of the VTube community, because you know what's funny about this whole VTuber nonsense? The fact that I have since talked to the VTuber people that were involved, buried the hatchet, and it's been over a year now since all of this. And people are still running around like this thing that happened 2 years ago that I care even more about than the actual people that were affected by the drama. A year or 2 years later, I think now. And they're still like, I can't believe. Like, bro, even the people that were involved in that don't give a fuck anymore. And you're still hanging on. Like a jealous ex-girlfriend, like angry that their ex-boyfriend got married and it's been 20 years and they have 4 kids and you're still angry. Bro, they're done. They've moved on. It's time. It's time. Like everybody's already squashed the beef. It's so silly to me, man. They also don't want you dead. They just have you blocked or muted. How would they have me blocked or muted if they're commenting on everything that I fucking put? That makes literally no sense. So anyways, let's let's move on to the quote tweet here. The quote tweet is interesting, okay? Interesting. Where is the quote tweet? I don't remember how to look at quote tweets. There it is. All right, so here's my quote tweet to this. Because it's very interesting. Because people will gaslight you into trying to say that no one has ever done anything that could ever be considered negative to you. They just laugh at you on the internet. Bro, if people just laughed at me, this would be the best job in the world. I'd be totally cool with that. Because I laugh with them. When somebody joins the chat and says something crazy, I laugh. I think it's funny. But when people send the cops to your house with guns and shit, claiming on the 911 call that you killed a whole family, yeah, that's not a funny joke anymore. What you're hoping is they kick down the door and they kill me. That's what you want to happen. That's what these people want to happen, that you swatted. They want the door to be kicked down, and they want to read on the internet that you were killed in a swatting. That's what they want. Trust me, they're behind a VPN and everything. They think they're going to get away with it. They want you dead. Okay? I'm sorry to disappoint you, but when people get you swatted or come to your house and bang on your door or harass your family and email your family or email your employers, they want you to suffer and they want you dead. It is no longer jokes anymore. These are not jokes. All right? You know what you want. And I know you're watching this. You know what you want. Stop pretending that you don't. To be fair, it'd be more respectable if you said it. Because I'd be totally cool with that too. Just say that's what you want. Because everybody knows that's what you want. Okay? But don't hide behind this, it's actually because I have better morals than you. And yeah, I just make fun of you. Because you have bad morals and you're a bad person. And actually, if you died, it actually would be good. But, I hope you don't, though. All these people are fake. Right? When I first started racing, every post I made, you would see 3 or 4 posts under it that said, user was banned for this post. Because they wished death on me in the post. And they got banned for it. Every single time. And finally, those started to drip off because I guess people didn't want to get banned anymore. But they were actively saying they hope I die. Every single race. Right? Where's the punchline in that fucking joke? Now, to be transparent, it doesn't bother me. But when people say, oh, we're just joking. Like, are you really that terrible of a comedian? Like, wow, such a funny joke. I hope you die. Hilarious, right? Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me. But at any rate, here's how I responded. But before we cover that, make sure you like the show because Maxon just dropped $100 super chat. Oh my God. Oh my G. Please stop eating walls, sir. I want to be up here past someday. Listen, dude. Listen. Okay. I went into turn 1 at Pocono going like 180. My tire was like, I'm out. It was a pretty hard hit. It wasn't as bad as Talladega, though. Thank you, Maxon. We got another red boy in the chat. Everybody post the red alert. Give it the love. Post the emoji. I know it's hard to find. Give it some love. Thank you, Maxon. I love you. I appreciate you. 330 until fight. Milk. Anyways, so let me read this post. Thank you, Maxon. I appreciate that, dude. So this post says, and this is me responding to the, oh, no one wants you dead, bro. This is all for fun and games. I said, yeah, the over a dozen times I've been swatted was just for laughs. The reply is under a replay of me having a tire failure and hitting the wall saying, it's a shame he survived that. It's just for goofs. The people who have traveled to my home and banged on my door, yeah, it's just fun jokes, man. It's just hilarious jokes. And I responded, you may understand the nuance of jokes, referring to this person. This person may be telling the truth from their perspective. They may see the jokes and understand the nuance there, but a lot of people don't. That's the difference. Now, saying you love laughing when I hit the wall at 190 and I possibly could be hurt kind of makes me feel like you probably don't understand the joke, but still, I'm going with that and giving them the benefit of the doubt. I say you may understand the nuance of jokes, but several people online suffer from mental illness and will take that fun rhetoric and harass people over it. They'll call my family members claiming I assaulted their child or worse. Yes, they 100% want us dead. And anybody out there that has the gall the absolute audacity to reply to a content creator and say, oh, dude, no one actually wants you to suffer. You are completely either A, intentionally being ignorant, or B, actually that naive. And you should probably definitely never leave your house because you're about to get hustled on the street, bro. Never go to a car dealership because you're going to have a high interest rate, bro. And that's my point. Every creator goes through this. And it's not unusual. I don't mind it. Like, I've never really minded it. I just don't like the swatting and shit. But the issue is these people need to understand that there are people within their communities that are capable of dangerous shit. And when you start seeing the signs of that, you should probably call it out. If you start seeing somebody in your community that's always in there and they start talking about, oh man, somebody should travel there and kill them. You know, I'm flying through Alabama next week. I don't know. Maybe I'll stop by Camelot's house. Maybe I'll gouge his eyes out. I don't know. LOL, Minecraft. Yeah. You should probably start calling out that behavior so shit like this doesn't happen anymore. Because it's getting a little too insane. Now, to take it a step further, this person that the Fox girl, Mikayla Raines, that took her own life, it was basically, from what I understand, one troll that was going really hard. It always is. It really always is. It's one or two people that hyperfixate and they want you dead. And you'll see this a lot with female creators that they'll garner like one or two really dangerous stalkers that will follow them everywhere in real life. I mean, they'll follow them around in real life, outside their house and shit. And in some cases, kill them. I think that's happened twice from what I've read on or watched documentaries on YouTube of YouTubers getting killed because they had insane, mentally ill stalkers, right? And also, let me put this disclaimer. I saw somebody in chat talk about this, that they said they, suffer from mental illness and they wouldn't hurt anybody. Yeah, it's not what I'm implying. I'm saying there are people that suffer from types of mental illness that put them in the mind frame to where they could cause damage in these communities. Not specifically just anybody with a mental illness would do something like this. That's obviously not, right? I'm saying that there are people out there that, as a result, they do, right? Remember when YouTube was out having fun? Shit. All right, so I'm going to find this this tweet. So there's a person that basically said they're not going to back down. Even after she took her own life, that they're not going to back down and they're not going to apologize for what they did. They're not going to apologize for being over the top and insane and hurting this person, right? Here they are right here. So here's the post right here. This is one of the people that were responsible for harassing this girl for a very long time. They said, I'm not backing down, fuck off. You act like I went to Mikayla's house, sliced her open, and left her to bleed out. All I did was put together a few sources pointing out some things she did wrong. See, this is the thing. They always claim that what they're doing is just morally good. I'm taking down Mikayla because she deserves to lose everything because I am morally superior. I am the moral judge, the moral arbiter, and the end and beginning of all things moral, and I will take it upon myself to destroy this random content creator that has nothing to do with me. They think they are doing good, and it's because they're searching for affirmation from the group of people that congregate in these areas. It's the whole point. They congregate in the areas that they think they're going to get affirmation from all the people in the thread, right? And they have to prove. You know what's crazy, man? What's the craziest part about all this? I will see users on these threads because, look, people send me links all the time to random shit. And I have seen users on these threads in one message say, I hope this creator and all of their children die. They deserve to suffer forever, right? And in the very next post, say this creator is terrible for what they did to their children. Think about those poor kids. They literally will say the most heinous, craziest shit and then pretend to be morally superior in the post right under it. Think about the children, the poor children. After you wish for them to suffer, it makes literally no sense, but in their eyes, they think they're being morally just. All their actions is morally just. I should convince this person to take their own life because I am good, and doing that is a good thing. It's a net good. Those people that pop up in the muted section on my post are always like, yeah, but if you were gone, the world would be a better place because you're morally bad. Oh, well, how am I morally bad? Oh, well, you're friends with this creator, or you're, I don't like that you're a race car driver. Just what? Deserve to die as a result, by the way. And it's morally just. It's a moral good because they dislike random shit about me, right? And that's what this. And I'm not trying to make this about me, but I'm just speaking from having the experience of seeing these people pop up in my own replies, right? But at any rate, it says, all I did was put together a few sources pointing out some things she did wrong. I had no hand in bullying of any kind. Even if I did, you're no better for calling me slurs. Yes, slurs are the same as death, by the way, to these people. Telling me you're going to dox me and sending me instructions on how to off myself. You asked me if I'm proud of myself. If I offed myself with these guides you sent me, would you be proud of yourself? Get real. Get real. This person says everyone will forever know Kezio Lion as the insensitive cretin who contributed to the death of this wonderful person. This will all die down in a month. See, they're totally fine with it. It's not a big deal. It's totally fine. All they did was point out the morally bad things they did wrong. And it's all totally fine. What they did was good, actually. And now that they're saying that I should off myself, and that's bad because I'm me and you're you. I don't deserve to die. You do. Right? That's the whole point around all this. This is the person, by the way, that contributed to this. If it would ever load. I don't know why X is like dead right now, dude. It's like dead as hell. Like nothing works on X right now. Looks kind of like a person that would do something crazy. Just gonna put this out there. Kind of looks like somebody that would do something crazy, to be fair. But at any rate, I am absolutely tired of people that find themselves in these spheres of like just being haters, whatever, which is fine. I'm tired of people that are in these spheres that don't have that thought process of violence, pretending like it's not happening. And the reason they pretend like it's not happening and they try to gaslight you into imagining all the swattings is they want it to be not real so their fun can continue. Right? When I see responses from what should be level-headed people saying, oh, no one actually wants you to die, that is insane to me. That is absolutely insane. Out of the 1,000 people that hate you, 10 of them hate you even more, and 2 of them are capable of violence. It's all statistics, man. The law of averages. The more followers you get, the more people will try to either A, take you down, destroy you financially, or the very worst case, try to get you killed or kill you themselves. That's how it works. Got you, son. 2 for that style Goomba bitch. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Oh, no doubt, Erikias. No doubt. Where'd you go? Erikias says, the quartering exposed that this thing blatantly lying about their involvement. Sure. Yeah. All the people out there that are in threads right now claiming they want to gouge some creator's eyes out, as soon as that creator dies under mysterious causes, those people are going to turn into little cute babies with little lollipops. Oh, this is such a bad thing. So sad. Oh, wow. I can't believe it. I would never hope anything negative to ever happen to this creator, trying to get out from under it. Right? They're all going to do it. 2 of the people that responded in that thread that I made that were muted, by the way, I have a very strict rule for muting people on X. 2 of the people I had muted came into that thread and said, wow, this is such a tragedy. I hate how stuff like this happens. because they know that they're that type of person. They're trying to get out from under it. If I mute you on Twitter, it's for a very specific reason. The only time I mute people is when they say stuff that is completely irrelevant to a post, or it's very low-hanging fruit trolling that's not even remotely like funny. Like, for example, I'll post a meme about Star Wars, and somebody will comment, "Hey man, you reckon NASCAR, you can wreck all the time." Yeah, I'm gonna mute you because that has nothing to do with the Star Wars meme. If it was a post about me racing, I wouldn't mute you because it has to do with racing. That's how I work. So those people were muted because they were just randomly trolling in random fucking replies somewhere. And then they show up in this post about this girl that took her own life as a result for harassment and trolling. And they're like, oh, wow, so sad. Yeah, they're those people. They're the same people, right? It's the people that hate you in real life and pretend to be your friend after death. That's what they do. Is that Scaly? What? Click this link to learn more about your car's extended warranty or the asphalt wins. What's up, Scaly? How you doing, buddy? Bang Kitty, what's up, baby? You know? Mitchy, the jazz boy. You need people like me. I appreciate that, dude. So as long as we troll at a high level, we're good. Yeah, dude, 100%. Thank you, by the way, Scaly. I love you. I might be on Discord and not Scaly and just randomly playing Elden Ring. So just letting you know. Alexander says, so as long as we troll at a high level. Yeah, dude. By the way, PC is rocking. Been playing Elden Ring with freaking ray tracing. Got the wazoo. It's been pretty cool. I've never been able to play a game like at max ass freaking like V8 9K RPM settings. It's been pretty fun. But anyways, thank you, Alexander PCs. Yeah, as long as you, dude, I love it. I love when people troll for fun. It's fun. It's when like it's literally has nothing to do with anything. Like it has to be kind of like funny, joke oriented, like punchliney, you know? Because to be completely transparent, I do not care about any of that stuff. It's never affected me. Never really worried about it. And I like when people troll in a good way. I think it's funny. Like I'll join in. It's fun, man. But some people do it. They're so bad at trolling that they just say, "Oh, you're gonna die. I hope you die." I'm like, what? That's not even funny. You're gonna get muted. You know what I'm saying? Like Nick Ricada, like talks every time he interacts with me on Twitter, it's about me wrecking. But he makes it like work in the post, right? So it's funny, you know. Motherfucker, dude, I've liked you for a while, but I connected with you because of your con story and my getting boot fooked out of my old conversation from a North Carolina con 11 months ago. It sounds about right. Sounds about right. Hey, thank you, motherfucking dude. Appreciate you, buddy. By the way, I'll be at Southeast Game Exchange in literally 3 weeks. Don't miss me. It's gonna be fun. We're going to have my new paint scheme on my race car, and it'll be at the convention with me. Don't touch it. Naked Snake. I'll close my eyes. XPDX Bear. Wait, hold on. What? XPDX Bear? What does that mean? What? Hold on. What does that mean? What is that? Hold on. Oh, man. Anyways, yeah. So that being the case. As a creator myself, Bryce, let me pull up Bryce. As a creator myself, people have tried to tell me to KMS, and they've doxed me and sent me stuff to my house, and I'm not even that big of a creator. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Now imagine if you had hundreds and hundreds of thousands of subscribers, right? That's the thing, dude. I used to get. Thank God, the companies kind of stopped doing it, but they would do cash on delivery, bro. I would have days where I'd have like 25 pizza places delivering pizzas to my house, cash on delivery, like 25 a day. Back like 2-3 years ago, 25 a day. Like there would literally be one guy just call him every, like, think of how much work that is to like dial up on the phone, like 25 different, like for hours. That's crazy, man. That's like, it's kind of weirdly impressive. Like how much passion that is, you know, imagine if you put that passion into like cold calling, like sales, like how successful you could be. But no, fuck it. Pizza guy. You know what I'm saying? It's wild. USPS still does cash on deliveries. I won the other day. Oh, shit. Portland Bear. No, thank you. Left ASV. Oh, okay, cool. Okay. All right. Well, your name sounds like something else. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. There's an old internet meme. That's people know what I'm talking about. It's very old. It's like 2004. 2012-ish is when it was kind of even a remotely a thing. Cody, you need to do the egg challenge. Try eating 40 raw eggs in a row. No, Bang Kitty, no. I would throw up my guts. I'll be at Sieg. Hell yeah, dude. It's going to be fun. I'm excited. I hope everybody comes to see me at Sieg. Maxon says, donate $1 and you can catch Cody gulp down a shaker of booze, milk, and genetic material. That's for damn sure. Pasteurized, luckily. Pasteurized. Thank you, Maxon. Dude, we're so close. We're 300 away from 5 mil. Jay-Z. People have legally charged for bullying someone into taking their life. They should. They should. Yes, they should. 100%. XPDX Bear, what's the meme? Okay, so the meme was called the Pedo Bear. The Pedo Bear meme. And basically what it was like this teddy bear that was always creeping, like always in a creeping pose. And the whole point of the bear was to snatch up little children. You know what I'm saying? Because it was the Petey Bear. It was the Petey Bear. So like, yeah. So people would dress up as this bear at like conventions and walk around and grab kids and run. That was the joke. Now thinking back, that's pretty fucked up. But thinking back, pretty fucked. But people did it. They unironically would grab kids and run. They wouldn't take the kid forever though. It was a joke. It was early internet, man. Early internet was crazy. It was like Call of Duty lobbies, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy, man. I had that bear painted on my van. Oh my God. Yeah, the things is why I left Portland. I'm telling you what, man. I'm telling you what. Anyways, thank you, PDX, man. I appreciate you, dude. All right, we're funny and terrible. Yeah, no one hurt anyone. We just dressed up as the bear, you know? God, Jesus Christ. All right, okay, anyways. All right, so at any rate, I tell you what, man. At any rate, people, stuff like this needs to stop. Look, harmless ribbing online is completely fun, and I would say it's a necessary thing. But people that find themselves on threads at 4 a.m. contemplating and looking, trying to find people's phone numbers and addresses so they can show up to their house, that kind of thing needs to be kind of stopped in its tracks and dealt with. Like I said before, forums that like encourage that behavior and foster that behavior should be nuked forever. Every time they crop up, nuke them, right? And I don't know about Reddit, but Reddit needs like moderators or something. Like, I don't know how they would fix that, to be fair. Now, completely honestly, Reddit's a cesspool, bro. Reddit's pretty awful. But I don't really know how you deal with it. The only way you could probably deal with it is to encourage people in those communities to, when they notice something going a little too far, they stop it. I'm talking about people that are in the community. Like, oh, I hate Camelot. Okay, and then when they see somebody else saying, I know Camelot's address, the user that sees that should be like, all right, well, you need to stop it there. It's crossing the line. Look, I don't like Camelot either, but that's too much. You're going too far. Call it out and put an end to it. That's probably the only way you can be able to fix it on Reddit anyway. Billy says they should charge for bullying and murder and be put in prison. I agree. Now, I don't know about murder, but probably see some time for sure. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you. Exactly, Daniel. Oh my God. That's like season 3 South Park. Sexual harassment, panda. Oh yeah. All right, dude. Thank you, Daniel. All right. Anyways, let's move on. Yeah, this stuff just pisses me off to no end. It pisses me off to see it, and it's not because like I've never really cared about it. Like, trust me, I get it a lot, but I just hate. I hate when people try to claim that it doesn't happen. It's so frustrating, man. It's so frustrating. It's like, bro, like the only person you can convince that is somebody that doesn't do content creation at all. That's it. Eggs piss you off? Yes, Bankity. Yes. Eggs piss me off. For sure. For sure. Eggs make me so angry I could just throw hands. 20 locks to 200, by the way. 20 whole locks to 200, by the way. Get your lock in. Give your boy a kiss. Right on the tip. Give it some love, boys. Oh, my God. Fucking pineapple and pizza bros. Ashamed of you. I'm ashamed of y'all, bruh. How could you? All right. So yes, I'll be at Sieg July 18th, 19th, and 20th. I'll be racing at Indianapolis Raceway Park the week after on Friday, July 25th. So don't miss any of that. We'll be running a new paint scheme for that. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I'm also super excited to announce next year when we get all of it squared away. Got a very rough plan together how we're gonna do all that. Been lurking since GameStop. Love you, man. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate you. Austin's base, yeah, dude, for sure. The GameStop videos were fun, and they still happen occasionally, you know. So they still happen occasionally. It's just you know, it's kind of like GameStop makes crazy moves that no one really. It's just who cares. Like they bought like, oh gosh, how much did they spend on how much did they spend on Bitcoin? Like some unfathomable amount of money on Bitcoin, right? You can tell the people that are involved in decision making on the board at GameStop are obsessed with crypto because they tried to get into NFTs and lost a lot of money, and now they're moving on to Bitcoin, and they've spent, from what I understand, a lot of money, like $100 million or more, maybe more actually. Donna, it's just awful, Amber. I agree. It's outrageous. Outrageous. All right. But the next thing we're talking about is GameStop. Isn't it not ironic? Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? It's like rain on your wedding day. It's a free ride when you've already paid. By the way, I may do a stream tomorrow in my new studio for Vidya Games. I just don't know what I would do. I want to play Elden Ring, but I've already started like my character, and I'm like 20 hours in, and there is no way in hell I'm restarting. Like, I don't want to start a stream up like at level 50 in Elden Ring. That'd be weird, wouldn't it? I don't know, man. You know, especially when I haven't streamed a video game in like 6 months. Probably do a Resident Evil marathon, probably. Night Rain. What is Night Rain exactly? I've heard about it. I just don't know what it is. You know, so I don't really know what it means, but what is Night Rain? Is it like a different? It's just DLC from what I understand. Yeah, that's what I understand. It is. It's just DLC. I have like 6,000 bookmarks. I should probably start deleting bookmarks. Okay, cool. Hold on. What's up, X Pretty Bear? Let's see what you got. All right. So let's see what they did. They GameStop 450 million from senior notes to make investments. GameStop spent over $500 million buying Bitcoin. Okay. That's what they did. All right. So they spent over $500 million buying Bitcoin. Very interesting. Now, that doesn't seem as crazy as NFTs to me, though. So I think Bitcoin is definitely more viable than NFTs. X put the bear. Good night. Just want to send some love. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you, dude. I appreciate you hanging out, man. I really do. You are the GOAT. You're the man, the myth, the legend. 10 likes from 200. It's a Night Rain post game. Super hard. Elden Ring bosses. I have no idea. It's an Elden Ring spinoff, standalone. I'm so confused. Hold on. Let me Google this real quick. Elden Ring spinoff, Night Rain. It's called Elden Ring Night Rain. Is a standalone adventure within the Elden Ring universe. So this is just a new game. This is a new game, right? I'm confused. Is this a new game? It's worth 200K, I promise. Why would they call it Elden Ring Night Rain? Why would they do that? How dumb. Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm sure it's great. I'll play it for sure. That was just really stupid to call it that. It's literally the Wii U. It's the Wii U. What the fuck? Remember when the Wii U came out and everybody thought it was just a controller, so no one bought it? Why would they do it? They should have called it Elden Ring 2 or something. Or just something to make people understand that it's a new game, right? GameStop should have got XRP. Bro, I used to have so much XRP. And then I lost the wallet. I have like a billion Shiba, though. That is not going up. Thank you, Malkson. I love you. Appreciate you, dude. Is that Ashley? Hey, babes. What's up, Ashley? How you doing, babe? How you doing, babe? Thank you. Well, that makes me excited. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Maxon. That makes me excited that there's like a whole new Elden Ring game. I had no idea. I had absolutely no idea. So I'm definitely gonna play the fuck out of that. I had no idea. So it's kind of annoying, but like I thought it was just DLC, so I was like, I'll play it later. But now there's another game. Fuck, I could have started that game the other day. Whatever. I'll play it after I finish Elden Ring. Again. After I finish Elden Ring again. From Soft's bad at marketing. That's true. They should have just called it Elden Ring 2. Or Elden Ring 1.5. No. Would that work? I don't think that'd work. Probably just Elden Ring 2. No, that people would hope it would be taking place in a different area. But I guess it would be. I mean, if Elden Ring's planet is its planet, you can't really have a different area. I don't know. Hard to say. Roguelike. Well, I play my characters rogue as hell, the malware. I play characters that are pretty much just rogues. Because I can't survive otherwise. I don't know how you guys do it, but I can't survive Elden Ring unless I'm sneaking around. I'll go and farm and I'll just slowly walk through areas and backstab everybody. That's all I do because I can't fucking survive otherwise. I'll just die. All right. Anyways, well, let's move on. We're going to talk about GameStop now. 5 likes from 200, boys. Get the likes in, boys. And we are exactly 280 until Fight Milk. Holy shit. And we just started, kind of. We kind of just started. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right. Hold on. Okay. What a stupid app. What a stupid app. I sent somebody a Venmo like 3 hours ago, and they told me they never got it. And I was like, what the fuck? And I opened Venmo, and Venmo was still loading. And then it said sent. Like, because I hit the lock button when it said sending, it just never sent. Wow. You can't work in the background, can you, their app? It's just 2025. Yeah, here, Fight Milk, maybe, Reagan. I don't know. We'll see. Moving in 90-degree weather, Ashley. Oh my God, Ashley. My ass is juicy. Like, I don't know what's going on, but my house can't keep up. It was like 90-something degrees today, and it was 74 in my upstairs. My downstairs is 71. My upstairs is 74, and it will not go lower. And I'm like, please, God. Why? 74 is just too hot. I had to take out the trash and do the dishes, and I'm freaking sweaty. You can send me money. Shut up, Reagan. You ain't getting nothing. All right, let's move on. Next topic of conversation is our favorite GameStop. It's our favorite GameStop. Yeah. Oh, this is going to be a fun one, too. What's the minimum you'll accept for sponsorship ads on your truck? I would pay to see my own design into GameStop. What? And yeah, it's illegal as long as you don't libel dangerously. Yeah. What's the minimum? Oh God, I don't know. It depends. It really depends, man. DM me. It just depends. It's like case by case. Some people will be like they'll negotiate like 1,000 through agents, or like 1,500 or 2,500 or $5,000. It just really depends on where you want with the location, the amount of races, and what you're planning on doing the day of. It's just, there's all kinds of shit. It's all for the team. I don't get to deliciously partake in the beautiful funds. So it's all whatever they come up with. It's usually anywhere from $500 to $1,500 for an event for like a very small spot. Usually, if I had to like give an average. Check your air filter. Oh, yeah. Good, great point, CPP. Thank you. That's a great fucking point. I'm just a bad adult. I totally forgot about the air filter. It's probably destroyed. All right. Next topic. GameStop. For fun. And just letting you guys know, I will be playing a video game probably tomorrow on stream on my alt channel, and it will also be on my main Twitch channel, which I only have one. Right? So, probably I might do a Resident Evil. I think I'll do a Resident Evil marathon. Like the remakes, because you can actually play through the remakes pretty quick. If I do the originals, it'll be like 8 hours. I'm not trying to do the originals. Because like 1 and 2, I can get through 1 in 3 hours or 2.5 hours. I can get through 2 in about an hour and a half, and I can get through 3 in 45 minutes, relatively speaking. So we'll see. It'll be normal time. Or it might be like 11. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Yeah, there's no point in doing it on my main channel. I actually might have more viewers on a video game on my alt channel. Because the algorithm will be like, what the fuck is this motherfucker doing? All right. So, well, hey, man, MF Doom, that'll probably work. All you gotta do is DM me. All you gotta do is email me or DM me or something. All right. It only takes you 5 minutes. Don't die. Don't die. Gross, Big Mike. Gross. Nigga streaming with Turtle Boy sometime tomorrow. Oh, I heard about that. Yeah. I don't know who the Turtle Boy is, but I heard about that. You know, yeah, Scaly, 100%. Something very interesting has happened. Something very, very spicy has happened with our favorite old ex-girlfriend, GameStop. Somebody that works the ROC has let some deets slip, and they faced some insane repercussions as a result. And we're going to get right into it. It's going to be spicy as hell. The ROC is the actual warehouse where a lot of GameStop employees work, either packing stuff, shipping stuff off, sitting in the break room, contemplating life, like I used to do, right? And it looks like some news has leaked, and we're going to cover it now. We're also going to check in and see how everybody's feeling. Get the vibe. I'm pretty sure the vibe is sad and not good at all. Make sure you subscribe. Very important. Check this out. We're going to jump right into this nonsense. Boop. Here we go. First things first, the beautiful never work here. I love it. Short, sweet, and to the damn point. Disrespectfully thug GameStop to its absolute entirety. I started there after my 18th birthday and was super excited because I always wanted to work at GameStop. It was fun for a while. You know, me and my coworkers and our boss would laugh and have fun while we worked. We even had a Nerf war after closing one night. Man, I miss the days where you could just play Guitar Hero after close. Those days are long gone. But then it all went to shit when the district manager got involved and eventually fired my manager. Me and my coworker were so upset, I literally picked him up that night. We went to a friend's house to cheer us up because we both had been crying our eyes out. A few days later, when I was supposed to meet with the new manager, I got fired. It wasn't a total loss because I was going to quit anyway, but they got rid of literally the entire team except one person. Him and my manager were the only people keeping me from losing my God-given shit. And 3 days after my boss was fired, I was fired. I was so thankful I got out of the toxic environment, and my coworker just liberated himself from there as well. So again, disrespectfully as I can say it, fug GameStop. You know, people say I've never heard of GameStop or a district manager trying to get you to fire your whole staff. When I was transferred like across the state at one point, which is the entire reason I moved to where I am, my district manager told me to fire the whole staff. And then I didn't because I didn't feel like that confrontation. I just didn't do it. I didn't have the balls, bro. I didn't have the balls. And then I didn't end up working there either. So it didn't matter. But that's nothing. Can I just quit, please, for the love of Jesus? It says I've been working at GameStop, and honestly, it's the worst job I've ever worked. The pay doesn't make the amount of work you're putting in. I barely even get hours since the store leader had to cut back on hours. Hours are so cut back that I don't even want to work a whole week. Look, dude, I remember working at GameStop, and the regional manager told me that they would never have less than 108 hours or something. And now GameStop operates on less than like 50 or something. Something insane, some insane low number like that. It's freaking crazy, man. The issue comes from today where I had to open for a Pokemon sales day. I have the issue where I'm unable to sleep at night, so I had to open with barely any rest. And I guess I was tired, but I swear at everything when somebody paid with cash, they handed me $250s. But my manager called me today and said they handed me $150 and $120, so we're 30 short. He gave me two options of paying it or him reporting it to the district manager, which is definitely not even remotely correct with what he should have done. I was planning on quitting, so can I just quit without paying and facing any repercussions? Yep, 100%. Yep. They're going to try to force you into paying something they call restitution. Yeah, tell them to eat your ass and leave. And then a few months down the road, they're going to send you a letter that's saying they're going to threaten legal action, and then you throw it in the trash. And that's the end of it. That's how that all works. It's all just like coercion, corporate threats, stuff like that. All bullshit. None of it's real. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. What I find hilarious is somebody stole $100.4 million out of a GameStop shipment truck. I saw this on Twitter and I laughed. I tell you. I was so happy about it. I'm filled with spite, you see. It says, finally promoted a customer. I've finally been able to quit after months of job searching, and it was the best feeling in the entire world. I tell you what, man. It feels better than when you're in Vegas and two, not one, but two of the strippers approach you. My district manager fired my entire team, including my manager, for not selling enough warranties. Shocking. Despite us being ranked 7th in the region. And I was only left with a new manager who was atrociously rude. Truly fug at GameStop and fug my manager who started adding warranties to people's checks without telling them. Shocking. Shout out to Eric. Thanks for making it tolerable to work for a few months. I've never been so happy to leave a place. Good luck for the rest of you employees, and I hope you all find it better. You know what's crazy to me? Now, to be fair and transparent, the GameStop company and the employees are not related in any way, shape, or form other than by name. So if you go to the actual Reddit threads, half the threads are people quitting, and you wouldn't even recognize it from like GameStop, like the stock or like the online presence it has. It's all completely detached and none of it's real. Very weird, actually, because GameStop is a terrible place to work, right? It's an absolutely atrocious place to work, but it's almost, if you follow them on social media, like GameStop on X, it almost doesn't make sense. Like none of it makes sense. But here's the ROC message. So this is the message from the actual warehouse itself, which is very interesting. It says former ROC. It says about a year ago, I was laid off from the ROC during their mass layoffs. The day after, I posted an AMA thread about my time there, which is the same thing I did when I left GameStop. And it was on the front page, baby, which is how we started this channel. I did not realize the misery I was leading myself into. What's up? I can confirm the higher-ups do watch the subreddit. How do I know? I got a call from HR threatening legal action, and they'd be withholding my severance check if the post I made remained up. By the way, completely illegal. They cannot threaten to withhold pay unless you signed an NDA, which I guarantee you they didn't. Loss Prevention went through my entire profile, screenshotted all of my posts, including from different subreddits, and it scared me so bad I deleted my entire profile that I had for years. Damn, son. I guess by working there, even though I never signed an NDA, and that I've been laid off, I wasn't allowed to talk about it, which isn't how that works. If you didn't sign an NDA, they can eat your ass. If y'all have any questions about the ROC, I guess you can ask me again. Yeah, because you're totally fine. They went through this dude's Reddit and are threatening to damn sue his ass over saying some shit. GameStop HR, choke on some balls, bro. Choke on some balls, bro. It's crazy to me, man. This person says, I'm not a lawyer, but I'm pretty sure it's illegal to withhold pay because you were exercising your right to free speech without having an NDA or a gag order in place to silence you. Creeps. Dude, the corporate office at GameStop's always been bad. To be fair, the corporate office at any company is going to be pretty damn bad, right? Keep in mind, they haven't given raises to GameStop employees in like a decade. Not meaningful raises anyway. Not meaningful raises. But GameStop instead, they'll spend $500 million buying Bitcoin. Right? GameStop a week ago announced they spent $500 million buying Bitcoin. No raises for the staff, though. See, this is the issue, man. If you don't know, I race in NASCAR. And we live and die by sponsorship. Like, I'm always reaching out to sponsors, small companies, big companies, and trying to pitch our program and, trying to grow together as a result. And I'll have CEOs or presidents of companies tell me they would love to get involved. But, they're struggling a little bit, but they do have marketing budget. But they can't afford to give their employees huge raises. So they don't want to sponsor a race car because their employees will see it and be like, damn, like they can afford to sponsor a race car, but they can't afford to give us raises. Keep in mind, it's a marketing thing. A marketing budget's different than an actual budget or whatever. But the employees will see it that way, and they should. So I've had presidents and CEOs tell me this. GameStop don't give a fuck. They will spend $500 million on Bitcoin and tell their employees to eat their ass. They don't care. They don't care. No corporate company really cares. Let's be honest. They'll call you a family until they fire you. Would you fire your mother or your grandmother? I doubt it. I doubt it. Would you fire your children unless you're Chris Benoit? I doubt it. Don't make any sense. Like this, subscribe, please. Very important. Oh my God, I'm drowning. Help. Throw me a raft. Throw me a raft, Jack. Throw me a raft. We are 280 until Fight Milk. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. How do we have no new members? This is a fiend. It's fiend. A fiend to death. Like it for the kids. Thank you, baby. Like it for the children. The hungry children. We could feed for just 75 cents. You can feed a poor Camelot today. You can feed a Camelot. It's very important. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep. All right. Thank you, Jack. All right. Appreciate you, Jack. Thank you, Jack, for everything you do. It's almost like they're a meme coin. Yeah. I don't know why GameStop hasn't launched a GameStop meme coin. Like, that would be the first thing I'd do. Because everybody would buy it, and then they could just rug pull and keep all the money. And then go to what is that? What is that country you can just go to and they can't extradite you? It's like in the middle of the UK, or not the UK. Well, it's in the European Union. What is that country called? I don't remember. There was a guy that ran a dark web site on the dark web, and he escaped to some country and was just there. It wasn't Switzerland. Everybody's saying Switzerland. It wasn't Switzerland. It was it was like in Kazakhstan or something. It was like a small country, like right beside Kazakhstan. Because their country, although it was in the European Union, it did not have the extradition law. Maxall, snake feeder, Switzerland. Well, what is his name? Julian Assange, was that his name? Well, they were trying to extradite him to America, right? This other dude was like trying to be extradited by the European Union or something. Dubai? No. I was reading like it was like a creepy pasta about it the other day. I don't remember. It was a dark website that like made $800,000 a day or something. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Oh my God. Beep, 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 beep. Luxembourg ignores copyright and patent law. I've heard. Interesting. Ohio. You know what, Mick? I'll ban you. I will unmod you and ban your ass. Ohio. Make sure you like the stream, or else I'm gonna ban you. Mods, ban anybody that doesn't like the stream in the chat, please. Thank you. What's up, Steve C? When's the next race? July 25th, Indianapolis Raceway Park. Very excited. Very, very exciting. The Pennsylvania Rizzler. Dude, I'm like strangely hungry. Oh, I didn't eat. Holy shit. That's crazy. I did not eat. What's up, Michael Fedor Show? How you doing, dude? Oh my God. Go get something. I mean, I will after the stream. I ain't gonna eat right now, dude. I don't eat on stream. What the hell? Austin, Matt Couch, who are all these people? Look up. Look off. That sounds familiar. That name. Thank you. Look up. Appreciate you. How you doing? All right, let's talk about another place, another beautiful place. Where is that? Oh yeah, it's the incognito window. Oh, look at all these beautiful ads. All these delicious ads. God, it's so delicious. Look at all these ads. Student was stabbed. Oh yeah, so the guy that stabbed his ass, he got not sentenced. He got, didn't he get charged with murder like yesterday or something? I thought this was America. Yeah, that dude straight up stabbed a dude. Stabbed a dude. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy to me. Look, dude, I don't understand. And it's just my perspective, right? My perspective is definitely different, I guess. But when I see like a white dude stab a dude, I'm like, damn, that dude stabbed a guy. He should be charged with murder. And if I see a black dude stab a dude, I'm like, damn, that guy should be charged with murder. I don't understand this weird, like, I don't care who killed who. If they're my color, they should be innocent and free. I'm like, what? The dude stabbed a guy. I'm so confused. It's like, why? What? How's it going on? I don't understand. Very weird. He's probably going to spend the rest of his life in jail. Likely. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say. The O.J. Simpson effect. OJ. I love the trailer to the Naked Gun with Liam Neeson. It's like the reboot of the Naked Gun series. With Leslie Nielsen. I don't know if any of you have seen that. I'm sure you have. Shit. We're all old as fuck. Yeah, fantastic movies. So there's a new one with Liam Neeson, which seems to make sense, you know. So I'm excited for that. And there's an OJ joke in it. It's pretty funny. In the trailer anyway. The juice is on the loose. Oh my gosh. You don't understand. Naked Gun reboot's gonna be hilarious. I think it'll work because Liam Neeson he's just kind of feels like he built for dry humor. So I think it'll work. It just depends, man. As long as they just make it good, right? You know what's really weird to me? The fact that critics for like movies and TV shows are starting to get better at concealing their identity. You know what I'm saying? So for example, everybody is saying 28 days or 28 years later is good, right? Like every critic I see, like every little random article, it's like 28 years later is a masterpiece. It's not. I was pretty sad about it. Man, it had a lot of potential, but it wasn't that great. I was kind of sad. I went and saw it because my flight wasn't until like 8 at night, and then it got delayed until 2 a.m., which was really terrible. So I saw it in a theater, like in Pennsylvania, and I was pretty sad. You think the Spacebar reboot will be good? I don't know. Mel Brooks is involved, yeah. So probably. Everybody in real life say that 28 years later is just very okay. But all these like invisible article writers are saying it's a masterpiece, and I'm like, you're not getting my ass. Not getting my ass. Adele Nero talking said EBS liked it. EBS liked the Barbie. EBS kind of likes what everybody don't like, so I forgive EBS. He kind of likes stuff, you know. God, Mel Brooks fought in World War II. But he's an old son of a bitch. Yeah, he's an old son of a bitch. But yeah, it was 28 years later. It's kind of lame. I'll give you my simple review of it. The first half of the movie, it was shaping up to be an absolute masterpiece. Was shaping up to be unbelievable. I was like, this is fucking fantastic. And then it just goes in a completely different direction. And it's almost like a different movie after that point. And it's just kind of boring. And a little pretentious and artsy. Right? And it does what 28 weeks later does. I think it was 28 weeks later. 28 weeks later relies on the idiot ball to move the plot forward. 28 years later does the exact same shit. So I hate idiot ball. I hate idiot ball shit. I hate that stuff, man. Where a character has to make the dumbest absolute decision possible, fathomable to move the plot along. I hate that shit. Daniel, did you see Lieber King got arrested for making threats to Joe Rogan? He made weird veiled threats to Joe Rogan. And I am completely convinced it's because he's trying to get his name in the news cycle again. The Liver King, albeit all of his psycho faults, is very, very aware of how social media works. And I think he's probably seeing the trends of people creating beefs to try to get in the news cycle. So I think that's what he's trying to do with Joe Rogan. Except he doesn't know where the line is. Oops. Or maybe he did, and he did it on purpose. I don't know. Yeah, Zachary. I agree. Gabriel Knight. How are there still infected in 20 people 28 years later when the first two movies established that they starved to death after a month? Well, because they kind of evolve a little, and it makes sense. I like what they did with that. That has no bearing on the movie at all. The stuff that the movie does wrong, in my opinion, is just it doesn't make any sense. He's crashing out, Billy. Probably, yeah. I mean, there's all the kind of things that can be happening there. Thank you, Gabriel. It shows kind of how they survived. But the last freaking part is the last half of the movie is ew. Kind of sucked. I just kept rolling my eyes the second part of the movie. It just kept going off the rails more and more and more and more. I'm like, whatever, dude. Liver King had tons of our youth do things against the Bible. I wouldn't know anything about that. I haven't really followed Liver King, although I followed the fact that he just lied about roids for years. I mean, I remember the first time I ever talked about Liver King on stream. Like, yeah, he's obviously on gear. Yeah, obviously. It's very easy to tell when somebody's on gear. It's very easy. It's not rocket science. You know. Opening of this one says they stopped the infection from spreading on the continent. Opening of this one. Open of what? Oh, yeah. Well, they retconned the second one, relatively speaking. I think. I don't remember the second one. Yeah, Big Mike, who cares, right? Ain't nobody give no dams. Who gives a damn? Not me. Hell no. The kid does the dumbest things and ends up being useless. Yeah. Well, that's what doesn't make sense, Robert. It's like it just established narratively that the kid can't handle this shit. And then the kid, like, for whatever reason, like, is like, oh, y'all that. What? Fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know. It just, the pacing completely fell off. It just went off the damn rails, and I didn't enjoy it after they, like, shelf Aaron Taylor Johnson. I'm like, yeah, is that his name? I think his name's Aaron Taylor Johnson, maybe. But when they shelved him, I was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm not interested in this movie anymore. Because he's the best character by a fucking mile. And then they're like, oh, never mind. Mm-mm. Gabriel says, but how the virus evolved when everybody is supposed to have died out in the initial wave? Didn't a bunch of illegal infected immigrants move to UK? Well, I don't know who died out in the first wave. All it does to imply that the infection was slowing in the first movie is it shows like the emaciated zombie on a bridge. That's it. It never really states that they can't like eat like squirrels and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then the second movie again doesn't it's basically not like it doesn't really exist as far as I can see. Now, I will say I don't really care for the second movie either, but the opening scene to the second movie is the coolest shit, the coolest zombie shit ever. If you're like into zombie shit, watch the opening scene and then turn the movie off. Layla says the zombie apocalypse is really about NPCs. It kind of feels like that, to be fair. NPCs, all of them. That's what it feels like to me, anyway. Everybody's an NPC. The end of 28 days later shows the infected starving to death. Doesn't it show one? It just shows one emaciated zombie starving to death, right? I swear I watched it the other day. I don't remember. But at any rate, it showed it kind of showed what kind of was happening in the third film. But at any rate, it was fun until it wasn't. Gabriel Knight, I hear a movie how a lot of people. It does, man. It does, man. It really does. It sure does. They have this big ass zombie with big old pee-pee. I think it's pretty funny. That shit was cool. I like that. I like that part. Not the pee. Well, pee-pee's fine. I like the part with that whole like aspect of it. Beep beep beep. Zombie squirrel. Yeah. In the new one, like it would show zombies like grabbing squirrels and biting them in half and shit. So PP in the first half, why I liked it. The PP was in the second half. Did you like The Road? No. With The Road has Viggo Mortensen in it, right? It's just kind of like sucks. I mean, I shouldn't say that. The movie doesn't suck. The story is like kind of like the meander for a while, and then you die. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I didn't dislike it. It's just like I don't remember anything about it other than like the middle and the end. You know what I'm saying? But at any rate, it's hard. It's really hard to do zombie movies for some reason. I don't know why, but so many like writers and directors and producers, I guess they just forget that they're making a zombie film nowadays, and they always try to make it about family. Say, bro, make a zombie movie. You can do that too, but make the zombie movie first, right? That's why Train to Busan was so good. Train to Busan was a masterpiece because it was pure zombie film. And then they threw in family shit that really hit hard because you enjoyed every other aspect of the movie that everything else was hitting hard too. And then they made the second one and it was garbage. Absolute garbage. Let's see. Zombies always get sidelined in their movie. Yep. Big Mike, Train to Busan has a very satisfying ending, in my opinion. More concern was given about doing a trilogy instead of this film. Yeah, so the actual trilogy, the next director, is Nia DaCosta, who directed The Marvels. And I don't know how that worked, and I don't know why they did that. She did The Marvels, and who else? She did The Marvels and Candyman. And she's doing 28 years later The Bone Temple, apparently, which is the second one. Like, how do you get the directing gig for such a big production with one film? I don't know. It's weird. Very strange. I agree, Gabriel. Not agree. Dawn of the Dead from the 70s is still my all-time favorite. It's in my top 3. Yeah. I found out that I hold the unpopular opinion of disliking the remake. I thought that was an accepted opinion. I absolutely despise Dawn of the Dead. Absolutely despise Dawn of the Dead remake. I think it is a hot freaking trash fire. And I did not realize that everyone liked it. I thought that was like agreed upon. Very strange. Very strange to see. But the 1978 one is fantastic. It's my top 3. Return of the Living Dead, 78, Dawn of the Dead, and Train to Busan are probably my top 3. And then, of course, with top 5, it'd be 28 Days Later and probably Shaun of the Dead. I think that deserves to be in there because it's a fantastic zombie movie. But it's a comedy, but it's fantastic. Is that the one in the mall? Yep. Yeah, Zachary Stiles. That's the issue is the Dawn of the Dead remake, the ending makes no sense. They're like, we should leave the mall for no reason. That's totally safe. And they're like, okay, fuck it. And then they all leave and then die immediately. Like, I'm like, what the fuck did I just watch? I hate that movie. Fuck, I hate that movie. People just die just to die. They just die just to die. It's just one of those freaking movies where they just kill off people because the people like kill themselves off by being just borderline brain dead, you know? So, all right. Anyways. Zombie Baby was crazy. Yeah. I don't remember why they leave the mall, Gabe, or not. They leave the mall because fuck it. Like, literally, no shit. They leave the mall because, like, fuck it. I think the main character literally says, fuck it. Let's leave. Like, one of the characters just says, we should leave. And then the other guy's like, yeah, fuck it. And then they leave. And then they all die. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, Gabriel Knight. Well, the biker gang didn't drive them out in the original. The biker gang, like, broke down the front doors and created some drama. But the fact that that one zombie, that was, I think his name's Peter, maybe, somehow retained like slight memory of the secret door, the wall, the drywall, and he tore the shit down. And then he drove them back. Otherwise, they could have probably figured it out. But yeah, I guess the catalyst was the bikers. I guess you're right. I got that. I guess. I don't know. Fantastic movie. Naruto says they left the mall because it got swarmed because the chick went after the dog. Well, yeah, first things first, dumb, chick went after the dog. And also, two, they get in a spot where they're safe and good again. And then they decide to leave. That's the issue. Like they weren't in any threat. They're all just sitting there around the thing talking, like in the food court or whatever. I don't fucking remember. And they're like, let's leave. That shows true alive titties. I'm trying to think back. True alive titties? What do you mean alive titties? Return of the Living Dead shows titties, but they're fake, but they're like real, I guess, but they're real fake. Linnea Quigley, bruh. Well, I didn't watch that, Ericus. Ericaius. I didn't watch Last of Us because I knew it was going to be trash. I watched the first 4 episodes, and I was like, yeah, it's about enough. So I stopped watching it. It's about enough of that. What did I just do? Oh, okay. Never mind. Like non-zombie titties. Yeah, they were real, but she also had zombie titties too. Both were included. 28 years later, all the zombies are naked. So enjoy. But apparently all the zombies are not actually naked. So the original suggested that the zombies could retain some knowledge. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's where Bub comes from in Day of the Dead, which is a good movie, but it's also kind of pretty good movie, but also kind of the pacing is slow, but I kind of like Day of the Dead. Day of the Dead does a really good job at isolation. Right? Like you really feel isolated in Day of the Dead. Pretty solid film. I think the remake of Day of the Dead literally makes no sense. Like it doesn't even remotely follow the original from what I remember. What's up, Michael Maboobs? How you doing, buddy? Nah, I just Ubered. It was like $40. I Ubered from Starbucks. I got me a bagel. I think Day of the Dead's solid. It's just it's kind of slow. But I like it, It's better than any zombie film you're going to get today other than Train to Busan. They always try to make everything so what's the word? Artsy. Like every director has to be like Tarantino, right? And I'm not saying Tarantino is artsy. I'm saying every director thinks they have to make their mark. I'm like, just make a good film. You don't have to you don't have to have a style. Just make your fucking film. And if a style is developed naturally, then you're good. Just make a film. Right? Like Ari Aster. Fuck that guy. I despise Ari Aster. Not as a person, but I probably would if I knew him. Seems like the kind of guy that would talk about how great he is all the time. I can't stand Ari Aster films. Fuck all those movies. Whew. God, they're all terrible. But you just don't get it because you're not intelligent like me. Did you see 28 Years Later? I did. Yeah. I sure did. Zombie strippers. I feel like I did watch that and it was terrible. I might be thinking about something else. Mock Son Alone is some shit. I don't remember if that was a title. I don't know what you're talking about right now. What was that Joaquin Phoenix, Ari Aster just made movie? Beau is Afraid, and it was terrible. Fucking terrible. You can tell, Maxon, when directors are trying to appeal to critics by making something intentionally pretentious, so the critics can be like, "Oh, I totally get the totally not on the nose metaphor." You know what I'm saying? Like they'll drench the movie in metaphor, and then critics are proud of themselves for figuring it out, so they give it a 10 because it's bullshit. God, I hate Ari Aster movies. Midsummer did that for me. Midsummer made me despise Ari Aster. Despise. What's your worst number 2 in the bathroom story at GameStop? Like me personally, shit. I never had any issues. My old manager would shit on the floor though. That sucked. I like Hereditary. I don't. Hereditary is very okay because Hereditary does a good job at like spooking you a little. But the main idea behind the film is all Ari Aster bullshit, right? That Bow movie that Lofty was in love with. Lofty was in love with it because it made him feel smart, right? There's nothing more insufferable than somebody who is not smart thinking they're smart, right? And I'm not saying that's Lofty, although I am. But no, movies that make like dumb people feel smart, they fucking love it. They eat that shit up. You know what I'm saying? It's like crossword puzzles. You know how people do crossword puzzles and they think they're intelligent? And I'm like, no, they're literally like 5th grade level bullshit, right? And that like Midsummer was that movie. I literally will have people try to explain Midsummer to me, and I'm like, yeah, I get it. It sucks. Didn't work on me. I didn't feel smart for understanding the metaphor for Midsummer. Okay. I didn't feel smart for recognizing the point of like, why is every single movie about depression? Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, oh, everything's so bright. Everything's so pretty and bright. Yet there's unsettling things happening. Oh, by the way, I've never watched Kubrick films, so I didn't realize that's already been done before. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they would, it's like Midsummer would have colorful, everything's colorful and looks great on the outside, but on the inside, something's very wrong. Oh, wow, fucking can't believe it. Holy shit, the most insightful stuff I've ever seen in my life. Everything looks good on the outside, but on the inside, things aren't as they seem. Oh, wow, fucking God. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm blown away. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of bullshit Midsummer is. I've never seen a horror film where everything was so pretty and like really nice. But it's like spooky. Yeah, fuck off. Like that. Yeah, I get it. I get it. It sucks. It sucks. What's up, Lord Freeze? Poor Lofty. Poor Rip Lofty. We miss Lofty. He was fun to rip on. Hereditary was good from a cinematic perspective, but the plot, especially the ending, was nonsensical. Oh, it always is. Yeah. It always. Yeah. Hereditary was dripping in Ari Aster. But it had a lot of good horror elements in it. Midsummer had 0 horror elements, in my opinion. Long droning shots out of focus with a droning note is not scary to me. Not scary. Not scary. I'm not uncomfortable. I'm not unsettled. You know? It's just bullshit. It's artsy, pretentious bullshit. I don't miss Lofty. Damn. Lofty is really fun and tedious. Artsy's good. Dude, you can make a film artsy all you want. Just make the film good. But don't think you're just intelligent because you got into the business. Okay. I am more intelligent than any other director. I will make an allegory for depression that you'll never understand. No, we get it. We get it. No one's ever made a film about an allegory for depression. I will be the first. Oh, shit. You mean every fucking artsy director that's ever existed? Oh, wow. You know who else has never suffered from depression? Everyone except me. How would a Tarantino zombie film go since he has a foot fetish and has a patent on the N-word? I think he'd do a great job. I think Tarantino would do a great job at a zombie film. It's kind of hard, you know. What's up, Anthony Leach? Yeah, it sucked, man. It happens, dude. It's hard to pick a film that he's done that I dislike, but there are some that I don't really care for, but they're generally pretty good. Fucking yeah, Glenn Harris for real. What the fuck? I think Pulp Fiction's fantastic, obviously. Reservoir Dogs is pretty solid. It's pretty good. It keeps you engaged for sure. Kill Bill's my favorite. Fucking love Kill Bill, bro. I love Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Thought it was great. Let's see. Inglourious Bastards, fantastic. Hateful Eight's pretty good. The only thing I don't like about the Hateful Eight is the fact that it's all very predictable and it all happens like in one set. And I'm like, I want stuff to change. Now, that being said, it was good. I enjoyed it. It's just, I'm like, I wish something would happen, right? It kind of felt like Reservoir Dogs in that way. Whereas Reservoir Dogs takes place in like basically the entire movie takes place in the warehouse almost. Kind of like that feel. But yeah, am I the only person who did not like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? Maybe. No, I hear a lot of people say it's his worst film, but I fucking loved it. I fucking loved it. I thought it was awesome. Like, I don't usually think that like on the first watch. I thought it was great. Oh my gosh. Django's great. Django's fantastic. Django's great. Yeah, one of the best ones for sure. Jackie Brown. I need to watch that. I need to watch Jackie Brown and From Dusk Till Dawn. I don't know. I like Constantine a lot. Oh yeah, Constantine's fantastic. All right, let me talk about my next thing. I totally forgot. I was going to talk about Kroger, and then I just like completely spaced. I spaced on the Kroger boys. Big shout out to the 5 Red Boys today. I think it was 5. I think it was a Red Boy night. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, 5. Oh my gosh, it's a Red Boy night. It's crazy. Crazy. It's a Rainbow night too. Thank you guys so much. Max on Bill, you guys are wild, boys. Wild. Do I have that pulled up? I already do. Yeah, dude. I already do. I tell you what. Kroger be wild. Kroger be wild, boy. Gosh, my boom mic is destroyed. You guys like my new hats? Check this out. New hat love. Look at that. Look how delicious it is. Beautiful. Okay. My B-Day Saturday. Happy birthday, Lord Freeze. I appreciate you. All right. So, Kroger. Oh, poor Kroger. Kroger's closing stores. I'm so shocked because Kroger carries my favorite damn brand of salsa. Oh, it's called Ariba, and I could drink it. I could drink it like water every day. I could pour it all over my body and lick it off my damn self if I could bend like Marilyn Manson. But I cannot, unfortunately. But crazy to me to see Kroger's closing stores for kind of insane reasons. I'm going to be honest. Insane-ass reasons that you'll never be able to guess unless you skip 2 minutes in. Then you can easily guess. But make sure you like the video because that's very, very important. But Kroger's been in the news cycle a bunch for some crazy shit in the past, and I know I've talked about Kroger. But this is a new low or a new high, you know, depending on how you look at it. It says right here, insane shit. Workers walk out, forcing Kroger to close 4 stores. And this does not include the stores that Kroger is already closing in a goal to increase profit margin, in a goal to increase their profit because they need more delicious yachts. Now, to be fair, if I had the opportunity to get more yachts, I would take that opportunity. But unfortunately, I cannot even buy the first yacht, so I'm severely behind in the yacht game. But it says Kroger shoppers were caught off guard this week as 4 stores abruptly closed after employees staged coordinated walkouts. I wonder why. The employees are members of the United Food and Commercial Workers Union, which represents more than 60,000 Kroger workers in Western U.S. Those on strike say they're fed up with low pay, inconsistent scheduling, and short-staffed stores, which could be said about probably almost every single corporation in the West. The issue is corporations are always aiming for like an 18, 20% year-over-year growth. That's the whole point. That's the tease, baby. Now, you're asking yourself, why isn't a corporation just like totally fine with just making money hand over fist? Well, the issue is to get more investors, you got to have growth. You got to have growth. Okay? When you're 85 years old, the girls don't look at you anymore because you ain't got any growth. You have to have growth to get investors. And that's the whole point here. You got to have year-over-year growth, or you're pretty much not making money and you're just going to dip the hell out. You got to have golden Ferraris. And without growth, your Ferrari will only be red, which is not acceptable this day and age. It says, where are the Kroger workers walking off the job? It says 4 locations in Southern California and the Pacific Northwest were forced to shut down after entire teams walked out to protest what they're calling unsustainable working conditions. And what I would like to see, which is something that won't happen, okay, but what I would like to see is the entire country doing something like this. But the amount of coordination that would be involved would be absolutely asininely, insanely impossible. But that's fine. It says Kroger is the largest supermarket chain in the country, which is actually interesting because you'd think it would be like Walmart, but I guess it's not really considered a supermarket. Walmart's where you can go watch, obese people fall over and their scooter die and they can't get back to the little charging station. So I guess it's not technically a supermarket. It says 1,320 locations across the United States. According to Kroger's website, there are 120 stores in 82 cities in Michigan. God diggity damn, son. They got one in every day. That's like 3 stores per city. That's terrible math, but I'm from Alabama, so what can you expect? Why are Kroger workers on strike? Now, here's the issue. The negotiations between union workers and retailers have been going on for months. Workers are seeking staffing increases and wage and benefits improvements, which is not going to happen, right? They're not going to happen. Why? Because it cuts into the Golden Ferrari Fund. And by God, we need the Golden Ferrari Fund. It's very important. Union members have also alleged unfair labor practices during the negotiations, including surveillance, intimidation, and retaliation against the union members, which is something. Hey, I mean, you've heard of the what the hell they call those things? Teamsters. That what they used to call them back in the day. Amazon's known for this. Walmart is also known for this. If you say the word union in the presence of a manager at Walmart, they will take you out back and shoot you like your old yeller. It's fucking crazy, man. What did you say? It's like a slur. Union is a slur in these types of places. And I'm not saying like I agree or disagree with a union's involvement. I'm just saying that's how it works in the store. You say the word union, they gonna throw hands immediately in front of God and everybody. They don't give 2 damns. These workers organize with the Teamsters to win better wages, real benefits, and respect on the job. And apparently I have something backwards in my brain. If Kroger refuses to deliver, we'll do whatever it takes to hold them accountable. Kroger employees in Indiana have also rejected the company's most recent contract offer, but have not yet authorized a strike. Man, they going wild everywhere. They going wild everywhere. Could Michigan Kroger stores be affected? Kroger workers in Michigan are represented by the United Food and Commercial Workers, Local 951. Last year, unionized employees ratified a new labor contract to increase hourly wages and benefits for employees. Hot diggity damn. It all worked out in the end. It all worked out in the end. Can you believe it? Oh, look at that beautiful mansion. The Kroger mansion. Why does it show me the Kroger mansion now? We've gone into the Kroger mansion. Who owns the Kroger mansion? I guarantee you it's not the Kroger employees themselves. It is the Golden Ferraris. That's where they keep the Golden Ferraris in the Kroger mansion. Can I have access to the Kroger mansion, please? I want to stay at the Kroger mansion. Who lives at the Kroger mansion? Not me, not you. Unfortunately, we're just a bunch of bitch-ass plebs that can't get the Golden Ferrari. And although we all strive for the Golden Ferrari and the 2 strippers, sometimes we have to settle for the one. The one out of Atala, Alabama, because she's very affordable. We aren't allowed to strike, though. Oh, no. Oh, man. That's so hot, and you're where the humidity is slimy. Oh, what are you talking about? Hold on. Hold on. I just jumped in the middle of a conversation in the chat of some gross shit. Slimy. Frieza says, I don't trust unions. Well, I mean, I don't trust either. Like, the issue is, and I saw like a post on Facebook about this, and I always think it's so insane that people have fully developed frontal lobes and think in the ways that they do. For example, I saw a post on Facebook yesterday, and the post was like, remove one thing from the world and name it. So name one thing you would remove from the world. And of course, like half of the post are certain political parties or political movements or whatever, right? Like MAGA or liberals or, just all that shit, right? Socialism, capitalism, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, these people don't realize that if you give absolute power to one ideology, we all are in chains forever. Like, you have to have combating ideas in a public forum that kind of give each other checks and balances, roughly, right? I know shit goes fucking crazy, goes in a wild ass direction sometimes, but there needs to be constant ideas and constant conversations happening all over the place, and you shouldn't be prosecuted for those things. And people are like, well, get rid of capitalism just completely overnight. I'm like, or get rid of like conservatives, like the Conservative Party. Let's just have one party. It's like, no, I don't want to live in New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, giving absolute power to one entity just leads to everybody being slaves. I feel like everybody should understand this, but no, they are just like, I like this party, therefore the other party should die. Kind of coming full circle from the beginning of the stream, right? Very silly shit, This is pre-recorded 1 2 cents. How about you eat my ass? Insert gaslight phrase. Love bro, so you get that back. Can't wait to watch this. Dude, I was watching fucking Wings last night because I was playing Elden Ring. And I was watching Wings. But I didn't want to say I was playing Elden Ring because people might be like, "Oh, are you selling your stream?" I don't remember how what were they used to call it back in the day? Advertising the stream or something. I'll never forget, dude. I rated this guy on Twitch years ago. It was before I did YouTube, by the way. But I rated this guy who I used to like watching, because he used to speedrun Resident Evil 3. And he was like this Asian guy. He was like an American Asian guy. And I watched his tutorial on how to speedrun Resident Evil 3 like years ago. I mean, like 8 years ago. So I saw him streaming one day, and I had like 40 watchers, whatever. This was actually after I had done YouTube. And I had like 100 watchers on Twitch, which isn't a lot, but I had like 100 watchers or whatever. And I already had like 100K subs on YouTube, and I was doing like way better on YouTube than I ever would do on Twitch. And I rated him because I thought he was fucking cool. I liked I liked Resident Evil, I liked speedrunning, and I like what he did. So I rated him, and he was so angry that I rated him, and it was the craziest shit I'd ever seen in my life. He accused me of self-promotion because I said I rated him because I was playing Resident Evil and I saw you were playing Resident Evil, so I rated you. And he continued to berate me and call me a nobody and insinuated that he was basically the king and like never rate him again. And just it was like the most pretentious, craziest, narcissistic bullshit I'd ever seen in my life. And I was like, wow, that sucks. I liked that guy. That guy was cool, I thought. But if you think about it, he used to have thousands of viewers on Twitch, probably 2,000 to 3,000, And last time I saw him streaming on Twitch, he had 20 or 30. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. He sucks. He probably attacks like everybody on that ever. Like he's just probably has some kind of like mental issue, And I don't like to just justify behavior by saying, oh, maybe he's fucking crazy. I don't know. But you get what I'm saying. Yeah, it was very weird. It was one of the most uncomfortable like online interactions I'd ever had. Especially when I really enjoyed the dude's content like beforehand. It was really jarring. So it was very interesting. I'm so glad I found Karis and King K. So I love both of those guys. I have a gorgeous girlfriend in chat, so it's better than who where. I disagree. You got any games beside Resident Evil you plan on streaming? I don't know. We will see. I haven't even thought about it, really. I just finished building my other studio and kind of filling everything out as of right now. You know what I'm saying? Kind of filling everything out as of right now. So we'll see what happens. But I know I want to stream Resident Evil because, they're my favorite games ever. And probably some horror games, just kind of off the wall stuff like Silent Hill and shit like that. So that's the thing, man. That was the first time Camelot destroyed someone's following. I don't think I did anything with the dude's following. I think he probably scared his own following away, to be fair. Bill Dozer says, what happened to the guy that ate Ricada Splooge? He went to jail, I think, for a couple hours. And he got his sentencing pushed back to October. That's what I read on Twitter. I haven't followed it, but I saw it on Twitter. So, it was that guy that he was. I don't know, man. I don't like talking about him because I feel like I'm really mean when I talk about him. Because I just tell the truth. He's like supposed to be imitating like a disc jockey from the 90s, but he's so unlikable and awful. He's just really hard to watch. So at any rate, I don't really follow him. I know sometimes I try to watch clips that people post about him saying some shit, but I can't even watch them. So it's really hard to follow whatever happens. But yeah, he had a hearing today that he's supposed to get sentenced, and it got pushed back to October, from what I remember. You're playing a Metal Gear remake? Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, the revenge porn thing. Yeah. When does NASCAR 25 come out? September 19th, I believe. So it'll be very interesting. Very, very interesting to see what happens, man. Imitating a shock jockey. What did I say? Shock jockey. He was a real radio personality in the state. He got put on the street and started YouTube. Yeah, I don't know how he got into radio at all. I don't know why anybody would voluntarily ever listen to Aaron Amholt ever in any situation ever. Now, to be fair, I don't know why anybody would ever listen to me, but going a step further, I don't understand that. That's so hard to fucking fathom why people would want to listen to Aaron Amholt. The poor dude, man, he just sucks. He's just awful in every way. He looks like shit. Like, fuck, poor guy. God, he looks awful. Disc jockey, yeah, what did I say? Shock jockey from BioShock. So he looks awful. He thinks he's like a professional in everything he talks about, and he's not a professional in anything he talks about. And man, he's just very unlikable. It's very hard to. It's very, very hard to understand. But hey, whatever. That's probably why he doesn't work in radio, because the competition is probably really fierce now. And you can just do YouTube if you want. You didn't get your tank top yet, Ashley? Damn. But YouTube will kind of separate people that, may have somewhat of a personality or may not have, what I'm saying? It kind of separates out. So if you aren't really cut out for it, you'll never make it on YouTube. Like, first and foremost, you have to kind of have some kind of personality for streaming or videos to kind of make it when the algorithm pushes you. And then you have to maintain it, to some degree. And Aaron Amholt's never, all of his relevancy is all from like Nick Rekieta drama. That's it. Like, all of it across the board is from Nick Rekieta drama stuff. Like, if none of that ever happened, he would still get like 30 live viewers or 80 live viewers. I don't know, whatever he gets. I don't know. See, I sound mean. I don't like talking about him because I sound mean when I don't know the guy. So Michael Fedora says, are you interested in the F1 movie? Not really, no. So, not really, no. I think a Cody tank top would look better than my jammies I'm wearing. Hey, I agree with that shit. Itchy nose. Yeah, I thought I had a hair in my nose, wild smile. I have a husky and a German shepherd, and bro, I will pull hairs out my brain sometimes. They're like 2 feet long. I'm like, oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. 49 likes into 300, boys. Get on it, diggity dog on it. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. I know it's been a minute. I took a whole week off because I was just setting up some shit and I was racing in Pocono and blah, blah, blah. But I'm off until July 17th when I fly, because I'm flying to Greenville, South Carolina to do the convention there. And then I have a race in Indy the week after. And then I have a race, I think almost immediately after in Virginia and Richmond. So we'll see. Billy, shut your ass about the fucking chicken jockey. Still don't know what that is. I've been here since the first SWAT, just lurking. Hey, Big Ozone. How you doing, baby? How you doing? How you doing, man? Dude, Ashley. Where Brad Pitt pretends to be Cody. As if. Shit. I play a lot of Minecraft, dude. Yeah, it's because you're lame. It's because you're lame, Billy. Minecraft's lame. Minecraft was cool up until 6 months after the initial release when it was in alpha or pre-alpha. After that, you're lame. Racing the robot? No. I am not. Do you see yourself doing Talladega in October? Maybe. It all depends on sponsorship. Motherfucking Doom. Right? So my current sponsorship pays for all my current schedules. So if I add on anything, it just depends on sponsorship dollars. And I'm getting, kind of to the point where I need to focus. If I get big stuff, should I focus it on 2026? Right? Sticks got convicted. Sticks? Oh, Stick. Rest in peace. I did not see it. Wild. It's hot and humid in Greenville. I hope you're used to it. Yeah, I live in Alabama, man. It literally feels like you're walking through sweat or a sauna in Alabama. I've never minded. Now, to be fair, fucking love going to Vegas and feeling the dry heat in Vegas. Fucking love that shit. It's weird. You race this week at Lime Rock, Rowdy? No, my next race is in IRP. Beep, beep. My 10-year-old plays Minecraft. I think the game is older than him. Oh, yeah. It came out in 2008, I think. I bought it for $7 from the Mojang website. You struggling? No, man, I'm good. Right? He's basic. I agree, dude. I don't have an Instagram because I'm not an e-thought. What? Am I an e-thought? Kind of. Well, I mean, to be fair, it's how I contact sponsors through all that shit. I'm in dry heat. It sucks. Zachary, it's hard to say. Alabama, you can walk outside and walk to your truck and then walk back and you're going to be covered in sweat. Dude, I remember one time I was in Vegas and I walked up and down the strip 3 times drinking and I didn't even get sweaty. And it was 90 degrees because it was just dry heat. It's pretty great. Hey, what's up? Minecraft hasn't been relevant for 10 years. I agree, Billy. Tell Billy that in the chat. The only time Minecraft was relevant was when PewDiePie had Sven and then the movie. Thank you, Cravey's username. Appreciate you, dude. I want to be an e-thought. Aw, Mog. Let's make it happen, baby. Let's make it happen. That's the crazy thing about being a girl, though. People try to be intentionally ignorant about the difference in the sexes. A completely average-looking girl that's not fat, that's just average-looking, can put on a bikini and poke her ass out and take a mirror selfie, and she'll get 5,000 likes. There are professional athletes and actors that don't get 5,000 likes on a post. And it will be a random girl from fucking North Carolina that has 200 followers, post her ass, 5,000 likes. Suddenly she has 10K followers. It's crazy, man. You just have to sell your soul. And I would totally sell my soul. If I was an attractive female, I would rule the world, bro. I'd be so corrupt. I would be so corrupt. Oh, that'd be funny. Yeah, lesser logic. Man, I'm all right there. That's why I get 20 likes. Yeah, because you don't poke your ass out. I'm fat below. Damn. Male loneliness epidemic leads to more eSIMs. It does. It really does. Well, it's because dudes think if they just like a picture of a woman, that they slightly have a chance. Like, bro, you ain't got no chance. Put the phone down. Put the phone down. I would, Zachary. Yeah, Saudi Prince could totally pee on me. Let's go. Give me 10 million. Let's go. Let's go. We going to Dubai. How much longer before the AI androids that look like Megan Fox? Oh, please. Oh, dude, I will pay. I will pay top dollar. I will pay top dollar. Make me eggs in the morning. Motherfucker Doom. How much did I pay for that car? $26,000. I think. What's up, Minabird? I think it was like $26,000. BBBB. Ginger and Ricada both love boy shorts. Or short shorts, yeah, they do. Yeah. Ginger likes boys or like short shorts because it's ironic. Nick likes short shorts because Nick's kind of gay. That's the difference. But also, I like short shorts because I'm kind of gay too. Hey, I like it. I like it. I like it. I lost 100 a year. My BMW was 35. I'm going to be 26. Motivational shit. What? Oh my God. All right, boys. Thank you, Maxon. Appreciate you. Let me make sure you like the stream. We're about to be at 300. I need to raid somebody. Who should I raid? I should raid. Probably Cecil. Even though Cecil doesn't even say hi to me in chat anymore. We'll just do Cecil. Cecil it is. We love Cecil. I love Cecil. All right, boys. We're going to do Naked Snake. I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, for real, Mike Zulu. I'll be back Saturday, of course. I'll have a new video tomorrow. Then I'll have a video like 2 days after. We'll be back on the ball with it. And we'll have some fun. And I should be streaming tomorrow, probably at 11, maybe. So we'll see what happens there. So I have a lot of 471 Naked Snakes, Billy Hatchet. So I appreciate you guys so much for hanging out. Let's do Naked Snake for the boys. What's up Within the Ashes? It's time for Naked Snake. 471 in a row. Here we go. It's that time. That time to shamelessly sloop myself out for you guys. What I do? Take your shirt off for money. That's how you be successful in life. Alina!
What a thrill with darkness and silence.
Here we go, boys.
What a thrill. I'm searching, I'm melting to you.
Donna! Shadow Cat! Here we go.
In my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you.
In my time, there be nobody else. Crying, it's the way I fly to you. April, what's up, baby? Ashley, I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
Someday you'll go away. Someday you feel
471 in a row, boys. Can you believe it? Oh my God. Give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, nobody else. 40 likes from 300, boys. Crying. It's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream state. Amazing, boys. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. You guys are goated. Goated, I tell you. Hot diggity damn, boys. Thank you, Heat Trace. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support. Yes, I did order 2 boom mics for one for my new studio, one for this studio. So don't forget that. 2 boom mics. Come on. They'll be here tomorrow. Thank God. Motherfucking Doom got me over here missing real view take USA stripping all the time. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you, man. I look forward to your DM. Intimidator says, I'm considering Alabama later this year, depending on when you know more what's going on. What are things looking like for Iowa? That said, I cryovacted so many cheese curds box at work. Cryovacted? What the fuck? My back's killing me. Iowa, I don't plan on running Iowa. You never know. It all depends on the sponsorship. For right now, I got IRP, Richmond, likely Darlington, likely Talladega. But that's not set in stone right now. So get the hell on it, DD doggone. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Motherfucking do. Motherfucking do. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. You guys are so goated. You're goated. You're goated, I tell you. Make sure you like the show. Make sure you look for the new video coming out tomorrow. Make sure you give your boy a kiss on the lippies. Tell him everything's going to be right. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Very important stuff. I do giveaways. And I just ordered the last giveaways, all the shit for it, because I finally got home. So get the hell on it, DD dog on it. You'll get your free merch in the mail. Very exciting. Appreciate you guys. We're gonna raid Cecil, say Cam raid in the chat, give him some love. Get the hell on it, DD dog on it. I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Hell yeah. By the way, oh shit. Before I say anything, big shout out to Billy Hatcher. Dude did 3 red boys and a pink boy today. Big shout out to Maxon. My boy did fucking, I think 2 red boys. I could be wrong. I appreciate you guys. You guys are insane. I don't know why you support me so much, but I love you guys. You guys are insane. Insane. There are streamers that get 10,000 viewers that don't even fucking make 5 red boys on a show. We got a great group of people, and it's been this way since the beginning, so I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys over on Cecil Stream.